I want to talk about what's bothering me right now. You see, there are a lot of things that can bother, anybody over literally anything. And sometimes even the smallest things tend to really get on your nerves and really get under your skin. Like, for example, I get done taking a shower, and almost every time I finish taking a shower, the hair near my, pubic area will itch, and my butthole will itch. Now, for some weird reason, those two itch like heavy after the shower. And then, boom, they're completely fine for the rest of the day. Now, I know what you're thinking. Why don't you go back in and clean up after yourself and make sure you're clean? Let me stop you right there. I've done that several times. Not specifically today, but like whenever it would happen, I do it and end up with the same issues. So, it used to be my back, like I'd take a shower and then like my back would itch like crazy. And then after some time, it'd be fine. I don't know what's causing the random itching. I can only assume it has something to do with like the soap or the rag or I don't know. But that wasn't specifically what I wanted to get into. So what I wanted to get into, or is a lot of stuff, and I think what I'll probably do is break this up into little segments, starting with like A for this one, and I'm sure I'm gonna forget B and C, so please forgive me because I tend to rant and ramble on. But so, um, like I said, you're in your head about a lot of things, and sometimes even the smallest things can bother you. For example, my ex contacted me back. I was out with some people. We were just eating food, so on and so forth. I get a fortune cookie, right? And I crack it open, and it's like, yo, guess what? And I'm like, what? And it's like, you're gonna get some good news soon. And I'm like, oh snap. I'm gonna win the lottery. It's set in stone. And then bada bing, bada boom, my ex contacts me, as well as like some of my friends. It's like a bunch of people that I didn't really talk to all started talking to me like within the same amount of like time, a very tiny time frame. So it really confused me. And I don't believe in coincidences, so something had to be up. But I, I spoke to her. It wasn't really like through voice call or video chat or anything. It was just through text, strictly text, just to kind of catch up with each other. Hey, how you been? What's up? What have you been up to? Um, she left a lot out and hinted at things that like could have gotten her into trouble. But I didn't really. Well, I mean, I guess I tried to pry in and figure out what it was all about, but she didn't really want to talk about it. So what can you do? You know, it's got nothing to do with me. Um, but yeah, that was one of the things. So and she's kind of been coming up as like a reoccurring issue, not necessarily for like me, but for some of the people that like I'm around and who I talk with and talk to. So like for example, I was watching some YouTuber the other day. The way that they spoke, their accent, the way that they slurred words, the way that they acted from time to time is the same way that like my ex would act, and I completely didn't even realize it, but they were like a side by side comparison. So that shows who she really watches and gets into, like who she takes after in a sense. And yeah, when I saw it, I brought it up like mid conversation with people that I was just around, and they ended up taking offense to it. And it was because I guess they assumed that I was still like not over my ex, or that I still had some kind of feelings for my ex or just something of that matter. But in truth, I haven't, spoken to my ex in months, didn't even know what they were up to, what they, like been doing, what their goals were, what their dreams were. I don't know. We hadn't spoken in so long, it was hard for me to tell. But I mean, the fortune cookie didn't lie. I had good news coming. So on the bright side, we patched everything up. We mended everything. There's not really too much of any problems going on between her and I, as far as I know. But on like the not so bright side, I guess I probably won't be talking to her for a very long time. Who knows? It's not like it's in my possible future. It's not like I'm planning on speaking to her. But Yeah, it's just like little stuff like that you don't ever really think about as heavy or pay as much attention to, but like when it hits, and you're just like, huh, you know? Because now you have this like web, this tangling system of like ideas and thoughts being pushed and forced together to create who knows what, and you don't really know what to do with it all. So you kind of just ramble on and on. And so this would be me rambling on and practically complaining. Thanks for listening.